Well,
Are you not finding it?
no, I'm having an issue here because I think I just posted last week's show thinking it was popped up. So I'm going to go to Cindy's page again to try to save it or to share it.
All right, just share it. Go to the right way.
But you weren't popping up.
I wasn't popping up.
No.
Well, what the heck then? I
See?
got it. It's right there.
But that's last week's show. Technology, it sucks.
I know, right? And what? Then we've got like, what is that? What's the word for that?
What?
That thing there.
Oh, the what do you call that?
Yes, see?
Well, I'm not sure if I can save this or share it because it's not bringing up the show like it did on last Saturday's show when we couldn't find it. What did you guys do to bring that up?
What do you mean? I didn't do nothing.
Well, remember when we weren't seeing it when we were trying to share it?
Right. Hi, Matt.
But, hey, Matt, what's going on, man?
Oh, it was not public.
Right. So make sure it's public so I can share it. Y'all coming into the show right now, welcome.
Or give us a sec.
We are working on a new format now, always ever changing and upgrading the show. So right now we're working on making sure it's public, which it seems like it should be because at least Matt's here. I don't know who else has popped on.
But again, it's not. It's on friends only. So public we go.
Public we go. Then I'll be able to share it out to everybody.
All right, we'll see. Because now it's public.
So let me see what I can do here, folks. Just talk amongst yourselves, share it out.
Hi, Jen. We'll see our regulars get in.
Well, they're probably friends, so you know.
Right. I got a lot of friends.
You do have a lot of friends. You got more friends than I do, which is quite sad. There it is.
See?
Boom.
It's public.
Okay.
I did it.
Just shared to my page now.
Lucky I remembered.
Remembered what? How to do it?
Yeah, what was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I was stumped for a minute.
All right, one more share, and then I will be at your fullest attention here.
Nice.
Yep, there it is. Yep.
And let us know if you can hear us okay. Again, we are working with like pretty much
everything's new. We got new mics. We got
new program.
New everything. Some new lights, new backdrop, new everything. New guests. We got new guests tonight. But what I wanted to start out with was, holy cow, we were busy over this past weekend. Woo, yeah, doggy. We had the grand opening of the other side, which I was going to point to, the other side, but it's actually behind our new backdrop there. So we had the grand opening on Saturday, and for 11 hours straight, the line was down the hallway. Never got a break. Now, luckily, there's two guides, myself and Courtney. I did the first 5 hours. She did the second 5 hours, essentially. Then I kind of finished up the last two tours because she was spent. But, man, did that go over really well. Lots of people came in, had a good time. We had vendors set up, artists, artist vendors, a lot of the people that provide some of the stuff for our shop. They're all set up out here, and they had a blast. We had Ghost Contact Paranormal were here with all their equipment set up, you know, chasing ghosts around. I think they found a few.
They always do.
Yeah. But if you're new to the show, there's some weird things that happen in this place, Real Town Marketplace, where we have Voodoo's World of Antiques, our store. We got the Paranormal Museum, the snack shop and souvenir shop. But there's voices through here at night when we're just working alone. There's noises. It's just a kind of a weird place. So they're always trying to investigate in here and finding new and wackier spirits and stuff. But Saturday was busy. And then Sunday, holy cow. Yeah. We weren't expecting that. We had it open on Sunday. And we got here. People are waiting to get in to go through the museum, and I did not stop till it was closing time.
You didn't even know it was closing time.
Didn't even know. Didn't even know.
Come out here like, okay, you know, all right, now I can sit down for a minute. And I'm like, no, it's time to go home.
I know. I was like, woohoo!
Right. Oh, through the day.
Yeah, that was crazy. But
it was.
Then
hi, Amber.
Hello. We're open Thursday through Sunday.
So even the last 2 days,
Yeah.
we've had people come in to go through the museum.
Yeah. We let one group in because it was a large group, and one or two of them were leaving town or going out of the country or something. So I did a special tour for them, but we had other things to get. We got other business to take care of. That's why we only run it Thursday through Sunday. That we couldn't open it up for everybody when we're closed anyway. So, how are we doing on numbers here? Do I want to continue, or do we wait for some more people to come in?
I think you're pretty good.
Am I pretty good?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good.
You're about half of where we normally are.
Okay, so they'll filter in.
They will, as we get going.
Yeah, because down there it's only like where a lot of our viewers are, down south and towards the west coast. It's only 5 and 6 o'clock over that way.
That's right, so they don't get home.
Yeah, so a lot of them pop in midway through the show or right towards the end.
Or Scurvy, who's at work, who when has a second to sneak, she'll be like, "Hey guys."
Hides. I could just see her hiding in a closet or something.
Right. I'm here.
So we've got a really cool guest tonight. One gentleman, and I'm going to try not to screw his name up because he's over there giving me the stink eye. Rokus Duran. Doran. Oh, see, I got the front part right, though. Right? Rokus?
Yeah, you did get that right.
Okay.
See, I told you.
Rokus Doran. And his partner in crime over there, Shannon Marie. They're from Mid-Michigan World Goth Day, which is coming up, and we'll talk about that. But they also have the film festival of Evil. I probably screwed that up, didn't I? God. Okay, I'm just going to bring them on. They're going to tell. See, I probably had. See, I didn't put it on my cheat sheet here. So you guys come on in and set me straight here. So we got Rokus and Shannon Marie. Hello, Lester. All right, so clear the air. Name and the name of the event.
Okay, well, it's World Goth Day Mid-Michigan, and it's the World Goth Day Mid-Michigan Film Festival.
Film Festival. See, I knew the film or the festival. I screwed up the film.
No, you said you screwed up the festival.
I just screwed
it. I said Festival of Evil.
Oh,
which is fine with me. I mean,
I suck. Okay, and your partner next to you here.
Shannon
Marie. Okay, tell us about the fest. Well, tell us a little bit about you, then you tell us a little about you. What got you into all of this?
Oh, well, I mean, it might not seem like it. It surprises a lot of people when they ask what I do. I'm actually a school teacher, a science teacher, but that has nothing to do with this.
Right.
But some time ago, really, I started Mid-Michigan World Goth Day just because I was trying to pull people in this area together. There's so many, events, Gothic events in Detroit and in other parts of the state, but it was kind of lacking in the middle of the state. And it really just didn't start off as very much. It was just sort of a meetup. Mm-hmm. We started off with a cemetery picnic in Lansing.
Now, how's that work out? A cemetery picnic?
It sounds like fun.
Yeah, I mean, do you get a lot of grief trying to do that, or is it pretty? Ooh. I mean, it's a public park, isn't it? They are.
Yes,
for the most part.
Oh, you just opened up a whole.
I see Shannon's face like, oh yeah, here we go.
For the first few years, we had no problem.
Okay.
I checked with the cemetery, the office across the street that manages the cemetery, and told them, this is what we want to do. We're not dancing on graves. We just want to come in, eat in this area where there were picnic tables, and then we just walk around and admire the beauty of the cemetery.
Right.
The receptionist there was a little confused by that idea, but when the person in charge came out, she was like, "Oh yeah, that's what cemeteries were for centuries. They were the first public parks.
Right.
And people go on dates walking through them. It's great that you're doing that."
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere along the way, we picked up a stalker.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Damn stalkers. God dang those
Seems
stalkers.
like everybody has one.
Yeah.
A rather I'll say a mean old lady. I won't say what her name was, but she was
Betty. I bet it was Betty.
she kind of thought of herself, I guess, as the self-appointed steward of the
Oh,
cemetery to
God.
keep anyone
Yeah.
she thought was satanic or killing babies or whatever she thought, I don't even know, out. And so she did her very best for several years to make life difficult for us, but we pushed through it and we actually grew.
Okay.
In addition to the following the picnic for several years, we had a club event at the Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
And so we did that for about 7 years. On our 8th year, the planning kind of fell apart, and then COVID hit, and everything just sort of
Yeah.
crumbled as it did, like around the world, really.
Yeah.
But so now that COVID is not gone, but now that it's at least more manageable,
Right.
we're trying to restart,
Yep.
and become part of the cultural landscape again. And
Good.
we just thought doing a film festival would be something new
Yeah.
and interesting.
So you got, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, which I'm probably wrong. 2 movies?
3.
3. God, see?
Three.
I said, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Where's
Bye,
my assistant?
Edwina.
Where's my assistant that's supposed to have my notes ready for me? I bet I
You
fired
got a
him.
big old board in front of you.
Well, yeah, but I wrote the board. I need an assistant to make sure my shit's on there right.
I don't even know what's wrong with you.
Okay, so Shannon, what's your story? How'd you get involved in all this?
I actually own a company called Dark Candles,
Okay.
and I am a Gothic candle company.
Okay.
That came about being is people of our persuasion don't necessarily want to burn a cucumber melon candle in July. we want to burn a graveyard one.
Right, right.
Right.
So I've been involved in the lifestyle for quite some time, and Eric and I met through different online avenues, and then we formally met at a vampire ball.
Oh, okay.
It was
Nice.
Vampire Ball in Flint.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
nice.
which also has gone the way of non-existence.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to bring something like that back. We're
That's
trying to do a
wonderful.
Yeah, in
masquerade.
Yes.
October. Yeah.
It's needed. It really is.
Yeah.
So I started attending Eric's, I'm sorry, Rokus's.
Nobody knows that name.
Cemetery picnic.
That's my science teacher. I knew that was him.
And,
Mom!
and I love sponsoring events. I love organizing events. There's
Yeah.
some other events that him and I worked together on, and it just kind of grew from there.
Cool.
So Jen says your assistant, you mean sewer?
Oh, no, not sewer.
And
No,
Tina
no.
says Gothic candles, wow, 100, 100.
Thank you.
And that's Dark Candles, which is also our primary sponsor for this
Oh,
event.
okay.
Not the only vendor by any means, but the
Right.
main sponsor.
Yep. That's called Dark Candles.
Dark Candles.
Yeah.
And they can reach you on Facebook, website, whatever, all the socials.
darkcandles.com.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Simple. Yep.
Yep, that's
I
easy.
don't think I know how to type in here yet. So let me go out
Oh
here.
God, she's gonna screw it
I know
up.
I am too, I think. We'll be unlive in a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
But
This is what happened.
we obviously there's tons of events that go on at this time of year,
Yeah.
celebrating the lifestyle. And what we were talking about is obviously we both love music, but why don't we focus on some of the other art of the
Mhm.
genre? And that's where we landed on doing the film festival
Okay.
this year. And we plan to we're already in the planning stages of next year.
Next year, okay. Well, that's good. That you're moving on to the next one before this one's even done.
Yeah.
And it's although we don't have any musicians this year, we do have some honored guests. One we'll have we have a juggler and
Okay.
an acrobat, and
What's that?
oh no, sorry, I thought you were going to say
Oh.
something. And we also have a film director, Clark Lewis, who's fairly well known around the state. He's
Okay.
he's the acrobat, and he
Okay.
will be doing a performance there. And the director of one of our films, which is Gypsy '83,
Right.
which is fairly well known within the Gothic subculture.
Okay.
Is
Is that a local film or?
No, it was shot in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
But it was it's about 20 years old now, and it's got kind of a cult following.
Right, right.
Definitely has a cult following.
But
Okay.
he's coming out with a new director's cut, which this what will be shown on our at our event is a work in progress of the director's cut. So it's not the final version,
Right.
but it's the version that he has right now, and this will be a test screening.
Oh, fun.
And so the director will be there taking taking feedback and answering questions. So we're very
Awesome.
excited about that.
So tell us a little bit about where the show is, times, ticket prices, all the particulars.
I don't want to talk the whole time.
It's okay.
What do you mean? Who does it?
It's my
We're,
job.
we're very privileged to be able to hold the event at the historic Hall Theater, which also has a reputation for being haunted. So,
Okay.
and they definitely are very welcoming to our crowd and our subset crowds.
Right.
So, we are showing 3 movies, and we also have vendor space.
Okay.
We did sell out of vendor space, so I'm really excited
Good.
about that. So,
Good.
you don't need to have a ticket for the movies to the vendor space. That's open to the public.
Oh, good.
So the ticket price is $27, and that includes all 3 movies and the acrobat,
Okay.
and obviously the vendors and all the other stuff that's going on
Right.
there. And then if for some reason, because I know people are time limited with work or different things like that, you're only able to come see one movie. Ticket price is $12 for one movie,
Oh, okay.
and you still have access to the vendors.
Okay. Wonderful.
I do want to kind of plug our vendors just
Yeah, absolutely. Go
so
ahead.
you have an idea. Will be there. Oswald's, and these are from around Michigan.
Okay.
Oswald's Oddities.
Yep. Know them.
Of course, I said Dark Candles, which is our primary person
Right.
right here. Green's Treasure Hoard, who
Okay.
makes like gaming supplies.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like dice
Custom
and such,
die and
custom
Right.
die. Netherworld Books, the Traveling Spooky Spa. So,
Oh.
if you want the cold touch of a ghostly massage.
No
That's where you
kidding.
go.
That would be interesting.
That would
Um,
be.
Yeah.
If I'm saying it right, Nicole Beauchamp,
Yep.
who
Oh
is
yeah.
an
Yeah.
author.
Author. Yeah. I know.
She will be there.
Yep.
Altered Soul Creations, and locally here from Lansing is the Punk Art Collective. Will also be there, and they'll
Okay.
have some interactive things to be doing at their space.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's a her, I think. I think she was at
Who?
the punk art.
I don't know.
Well, it's a group, but yeah, they're
Oh, it's a group.
the,
Oh,
the,
so then
the,
it's not the same.
the person I've been speaking to is a her though. So maybe that's it.
Maybe it was
Like,
part of it.
It was just her.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Well, it's a
Got it.
collective. It's like the board.
And the date is when?
It is this Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday, May 20th. And so come.
Starts at what time?
The Facebook event starts at 12. We'll probably be
Yeah,
letting
doors open at noon.
at noon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And come for the movies, stay for the dark fun.
The dark fun.
No, we don't get out of work till 6.
I don't know.
So we might miss some of the dark fun. Then we'll just bring some dark fun.
That's right.
So the first movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about the movies. If
Well,
you're, I wasn't sure if you're gonna well, the other ones are secret.
No.
You don't know where you're gonna watch.
No, it's all out there.
Okay, good.
In the order that they're going to be played, the first one is a film that within the Gothic community has been kind of long awaited because it's an independent film that is, like many independent films, has gone through a lot of financing trouble, but it came out I think in 2018.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's called My Summer as a Goth,
Okay.
and it was filmed in Seattle,
Oh.
and it's basically kind of a coming of age story. It focuses on a young woman, a high school girl who's like, her father has just died and her absentee mother is sort of not around, so she's going through a very dark period in her life, which a
Right.
lot of people come into the Gothic subculture initially because they're going through something like that in their life, and she ends up spending the summer like with her grandparents, and next door, she falls for the boy next door who happens to be a goth, and
Okay.
he sort of pulls her into this, and it's kind of the story about her entry into the subculture and deciding whether or not it's really for her.
Right.
And
Right. Now, is that a full-length feature? Are all these
these are all
full-length
full-length
features?
features.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
And it's the directorial debut of Tara Johnson. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay, I was in front of the camera. It's easy
Oh,
to blank
yeah,
out. And
What camera?
you're right. I don't see one, but
Right.
there must be one
Exactly.
because I see.
There's somewhere there's one.
The second film is actually the only horror movie. It's The Witch, a New England folktale,
Okay.
which I think is 2011,
Yeah.
and that is probably the most commercial. Had the most commercial success. It did go through the theaters. It's
Okay.
it is a dramatization of a New England kind of legend of kind of the witch in the woods
Yeah.
taking place in colonial America,
Okay. Cool.
and a family that's living out in the middle of nowhere is slowly realizes that they've moved into the territory of a witch,
Right.
and it doesn't end well for them.
Oh.
But it's a very atmospheric, very
Does it?
creepy
That's
film.
what I was
and
just gonna
it's
say.
I want to see that
It
one.
definitely
yeah.
has the aesthetic, and
Yeah.
that one
Very
also
much so.
has a big cult following.
Does it?
Soundtrack
Okay.
for it does as well.
Wow.
Um,
Nice.
It very much so.
Now, what kind of seating do you have for this? What kind of numbers on seating do you have for these?
The theater holds 200.
Oh, okay. So,
So we figure because obviously everyone's not going to stay for every movie. So with people
right.
moving in and out, we'll be able to accommodate
Yeah,
everyone as
yeah,
well.
yeah. You should be able to.
So Gypsy 83 actually is an old favorite of mine. As Roka said, it's about 20 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and it again kind of a coming of age thing. Dead mother.
What is it with the dead mothers?
I know. And the coming of
She
age.
doesn't find that out till the
Yeah,
end, though.
she doesn't find that out till later on in the movie, and it's just kind of um hits all the marks. There's a cross country road trip in it. There's finding yourself and
Yeah.
in huge Stevie Nicks.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're traveling to see the Night of a Thousand Stevies, which is still a big ongoing event
Oh, really?
held every year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
I never heard of that
I
one.
don't
oh
either.
yeah, it's huge.
Really?
They sell out every year.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I can't think off the top of my head what year they're in, but it's over 30 years that
Holy
it's been
cow.
going. Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, I think it came out in '01,
Okay.
so
Holy cow. So, yeah.
so almost 30.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Night of a Thousand Stevies.
Oh, I thought you meant the movie.
Yeah, no, I'm
Oh,
talking
sorry,
about that event.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that event goes way back.
Yeah.
Night of a Thousand Stevies.
Yeah.
Now, where do they hold that at? I mean, that sounds
It's
like
in New York.
that's a New York
Yeah.
thing.
Well,
Okay.
the most of the movie is the road trip from Ohio
Right.
to New York.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And the director really did capture that, especially for us of Gen X age. The director really captured that language from the Midwest
Right.
Yeah.
that we all went through. That we were the weirdos. And
Right.
Please tell me you're happy in Ohio.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy in Ohio.
Well, and the director is from the area where they filmed it too.
Okay.
So it's like it's an insider's
Yeah.
view of Ohio. I
Right,
guess.
right. If y'all are just joining us, we have from World Goth Day, Mid Michigan chapter, Shannon Marie and Rokas Duran. Did I
Close
do-
enough.
God, Durant. No,
Doran.
Doran.
Doran. See, I
Doran.
should know. I should know this.
Rodo.
See, this is what's
Rodo.
stupid.
Rodo. There, you can
This
just
is
call
what's
me, Call me
stupid.
Rodo. No problem.
A friend of mine from school, his last name is Doran.
Okay.
So if but you spell it different, so it's throwing me off. So if I just say Doran,
No, actually, that should be an O.
oh, that's
Yeah.
why I'm screwing it up. Okay. But yeah, they're here from Mid Michigan chapter of World Goth Day, which is this weekend. Your festival.
Yes.
So if you're just joining us, fire in your questions at them. Anything from their festival to Gothic life. What is Gothic? What is Goth life? What's that like?
Oh, if
What's
you ever
that
want to
about?
start an argument amongst a table full of goths,
Okay, that's what we
what
want to
you
start.
ask.
That's what we want to start.
Yes, we're gonna start it.
Well, I'll let you start it this time.
Well, I mean, for me, it was always about the artisticness of it.
Okay.
As a young artist, again, not quite fitting in and being drawn to the beauty and the darker things. That's what it always represented for me. A lot of people will say, "Oh, it's all about the music." The music is a huge part of it, but
Mhm.
there's more art than just music. It's about the the film art, the visual art, the textile art, all of it. Because I firmly believe
And literary art.
yes,
Mhm.
how we dress is artistic. We're
Right.
expressing ourselves artistically, and
But in a dark manner.
exactly.
Mhm.
And I just to me that's what it always is represented for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, science teacher. We're gonna get real scientific on this answer, I think.
I probably not. I mean, really, for me, I grew up in a very small town too. It was
Okay.
in Colorado. I've been
Oh.
in Michigan for a long time, but I grew up actually a lot like some of the characters in some of these movies, to be
Mhm.
perfectly honest. And I was a small kid, and yeah, I was a science nerd, science fiction nerd, and all of that, and so not very popular,
Right.
picked on a lot.
Oh,
Went through a lot of very difficult stuff at a very young age,
yeah.
and that it's hard to sometimes go into this without sort of furthering the stereotype that goths are all depressed, suicidal,
Mhm.
maniacs. Although I fit maybe 95% of that, but that sort of early on, that formation early on can take your personality to a darker side, and
Right.
that's where you seek out others like yourself. And like Shannon said, it does. There's a great deal of artistic inspiration that has often been drawn from that,
Right.
and not just in the modern times where the goth subculture originated, but I mean really the word gothic goes back as far as the fall of the Roman Empire. You have the goth the Germanic tribes, the Goths.
Okay.
They were called that, toppled the Roman Empire, and so since they sort of destroyed what was then considered high civilization throughout the entire Middle Ages, where the term Goth or Gothic meant savage
Okay.
or dark, as opposed to the light of civilization. They were the dark ones who destroyed civilization, and for centuries, anything negative could be referred to as Goth or Gothic,
Right.
and so it was always a term used to shun people.
Right.
And now, as far as the terms of the goth subculture nowadays, that's something that sort of grew out of that basic aesthetic.
Right.
The literature, the architecture, and everything, the very grim, dark overall atmosphere of that that started, and it did start a lot with music. I mean, music is very central
Mhm.
to it, and that was in the very late 70s, early 80s, that
Okay.
sort of branched out of what was then called like the darker side of the punk scene.
Right.
But it carries a lot of those attributes,
Okay.
and I suppose I was pulled into it probably largely because of my background, but
Yeah.
for the same reason that a lot of
Yeah.
many other people I know were.
So let's
See,
talk a little.
So, and the teacher just came out.
Yes.
But,
Yes. You
but that
got a
was
history
That
lesson.
wasn't
And
even
That's-
science.
that was a
But
good
that's not
history
science,
lesson.
but that's
It's a
the
history.
teacher
There you
Yes.
go.
in
Yeah.
you that comes out that's like, we're going to teach
Oh.
you something.
I
Whether you
can't
like
turn
it
it
or
off.
not.
I can't turn it off. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So,
Hi, Jackal.
hey, Jackal, let's talk about some of the music. What are some of your favorite music
Ooh,
acts in
that's
the
another
goth
that's
world?
another way to start a really
I'm
discussion.
starting shit tonight.
Yeah, you are.
These are very loaded questions.
We're becoming a controversial show.
That's all it is. And it's only between them.
No. If anyone else is watching on that,
Oh,
like,
yeah. They're wrong. They're wrong. That band ain't goth. So,
Let's stick with some of the safe ones, like Susie and the Banshees.
Okay.
From early on.
Which
Yep.
I don't like.
Oh, okay.
So that I lost about probably 10,000 goth points right off.
Right.
The bat.
No. You don't have to subscribe to all of these to get your goth card punch. But I'm just saying that's a well-known early on one.
Okay.
Bauhaus, Love and Rockets.
Mhm.
Toss
I'm
them
not
in.
gonna- Well,
Who are some of your
I-
favorites?
Well, I
I
mean,
just
The Cure. I mean,
Oh, The
that's-
Cure,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
And they're touring now
Oh, are
Yes,
they?
yes.
for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't heard that name in a while. That's awesome.
And those are some of the older ones, but
There's so much new stuff.
yeah.
A really new artist that kind of embraces the older goth aesthetic is Vision Video.
Mm-hmm.
They are amazing. I've actually had the opportunity to see them a couple of times, and you literally listening to them, you feel like you woke up in 1986.
Yeah. Well, there's a band that part of the band is from this area. Renee's son, I can't remember his
Oh.
name. He's one of the band members of Second Salem.
Oh, I've heard of them.
I've been trying to reach out to them to be on the show. We were going to have them play at one of our big events last year, the one we had last year, but we didn't have it set up for a band because they reached out to us to play. Now I'm reaching out to them to say, hey, come on the show, but they're doing really well. I know the lead singer, I believe he's from the Detroit area. I could be wrong, but they got the connections, Lansing,
And that's actually another thing too. Back in the early '80s, pretty much late '70s, early '80s, so much of it was regional because
Hmm.
obviously we didn't have
Hmm.
MySpace or Facebook or
Right,
Cool.
SoundCloud, and
right.
so what one person was listening to out west is going to be completely different than
Totally
what
different
somebody was
here.
listening to
I
Yeah.
mean,
up
sharing
east.
mixtapes is where a lot of music
Yes,
spread.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. And that's so true with so many things nowadays. How what we did and what we saw and what we heard here is totally different from what it was down the south, down west, out east coast, because you didn't have this world wide web thing
right.
that just kind of
Right.
like
Very
the
true.
plague has hit. I mean, it's got its good things. I mean, it allows us to do this. It allows us to meet a
Exactly.
lot of people we would
Mhm.
have never met. So I got to give it its props, but damn it, is it a freaking virus in my mind sometimes?
Well, but putting it on kind of the other side of it, with particularly with musical artists, is that it has, I think, allowed a lot of artists to self-publish in a much easier way and
Yes.
have not been as dependent on companies,
Mm,
and the management of companies that not only take away, probably far more than they should.
right.
But one of my favorite bands from early on, who unfortunately didn't last for very long until recently, and they've actually, I've just heard they're making a new album, is called Sunshine Blind,
Okay.
and they
Not very gothic sounding.
oh
Not very.
well, actually it is. It's blind to sunshine, not being able
Oh,
to see
okay.
the light.
Sunshine blind. Okay.
Sunshine blind. So
Okay.
that's where that comes from. The
Again, I
lead singer,
stand corrected.
well, the lead singer's stage name is Carolyn Blind,
Oh,
and
okay.
but they had just gotten started. They toured for a couple of years, and then the company they had signed with folded while they were on tour.
Oh,
And their
oh.
contract was such that they were responsible for their own finances, and then they'd be reimbursed. They never got reimbursed, so they were crushed.
Ouch. Ouch.
And it was only since actually the major event that Shannon and I did was Convergence 24
Mm-hmm.
in Detroit, and that was a national level.
Okay.
And we actually had the great honor to hire them, and
Oh,
they came and played, and
awesome.
that was a real treat for me.
Oh, I can
Because
imagine. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm not seeing very many comments pop up here.
I've been
Yeah.
checking, so
So let's get
they're just
these.
being quiet.
Quit being quiet. It's World Goth Day coming up. It doesn't mean be quiet.
Right.
So
Ask
pop.
questions.
Yes.
You don't know about the Gothic life and you want to know something.
And I have a
Ask away.
feeling most of the people in here, some way, somehow, at some level, they're goth.
everybody's got a little.
Yeah, deep
Everybody's got a
down.
dark side. Turn to the dark side.
If they're watching our show, there's some darkness.
You don't know the
Yeah.
power of the dark side.
Come to the power. Oh, there's one. I saw one. Is it a question? Nothing.
No.
Oh,
Nothing.
okay.
Yeah, this is my comment, but I'm still learning. Thank you for the stars, guys. Just Prudy and Jekyll.
Well, and that's what I was talking about. My candle company. I started it in 2003, and I actually used to work pretty closely with Gothic Beauty magazine.
Oh, yeah, I remember that
whenever
magazine.
anybody signed up for a subscription for them, they got a pack of my
Oh,
candles.
nice.
We kind of promoted each other and worked off of that.
Yeah.
And ironically enough, I guess not to be sexist here, but in the early years of my company, my audience and my customer base was primarily male.
Really?
And that was to me that was super cool because guys like to smell good too.
Yeah, they
And
do.
and like I said, we the scents that I blend and make weren't the cucumber melon. I one of and all my scents have a story behind them.
Mhm.
My Nosferatu scent
Ooh.
is based off of a 1920s perfume, and
Really?
so it's so exotic, and
Yeah.
and you're not gonna find anything like that at your big box stores or anything.
Yeah.
So it's I've worked really hard to make it not only nostalgic but very original.
Yeah.
Like I have a candle called Haunted House, of course.
Of course, you
And,
got to have one of
and,
those.
That would sell well.
yeah,
because,
and
fans
that
there.
one smells like when you were a kid and you got the Halloween decorations out of the
Yeah.
attic. That's what that smells like.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, all the scents have a backstory. So and it's been really cool through the years to constantly develop those. And a lot of the haunts buy my scents pre-made in the oils, and they put them in their fog machines.
Oh,
So
no
and
kidding.
that's really fun
Oh,
for me
wow.
too. So you could be out in California and going through a haunted house, and you're gonna smell my haunted house.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So,
That is.
When are you going to come out with a candle scent like Walk of Shame or something? Like smells like booze
The
and
bugs.
sex and
after.
shame the morning after.
Oh, yeah.
That's everything. Like, what the hell did I do?
but
Ay,
if
ay, ay.
anyone's, I hope you guys don't mind. If
No,
anyone's
absolutely.
interested in trying out the candles, if you go to the website, you can use the coupon code Friends20, and
Friends
that'll
20.
take 20% off your order.
Okay.
All right. And for those that came in, I had we're doing a new system, so it's not letting me post. I had tried to put on your Facebook and your web page, which is further up in the comments.
Uh-huh.
I just couldn't pin it because it wouldn't let me. So that's another thing I gotta work out. But it is darkcandles.com
Yep.
and the same dark candles
Yep.
on Facebook.
Yep. That's
And friends.
Friends 20.
Friends20 will
The
take
discount
20%
code.
off for
Awesome.
your order if you're interested in checking them out.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
They sound
Amazing.
wonderful.
I know.
Yeah,
Thank you.
they do. They really do.
I don't know. I'm interested.
I know.
Yeah, I'll have to drop some off for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta smell this stuff. See, had I known that ahead of time, I would have said, "Hey."
Now this kind of changing the subject a little bit here. I just noticed that I stuck it over here. I know I told you about that. I was going to bring this on here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Dana,
No.
aka Puck You, is on. She just said no. Is
But she's
William
not.
on?
No.
Neither one of them are
No,
on.
neither one of them. So it's not gonna make a lot of sense to too many people.
I'm going to do it
You're
anyway.
gonna do it anyway.
But if they pop on at some point in another show, I'll pop it on. So
Okay.
maybe some of you that have watched a couple of these
shows.
different shows know the reference to this, and had an order of whatever came in for the shop, and she saw it and said, "Yeah, we got to get this one." So this is actually pretty funny, and some of you chime off if you guys know what we're referring to. Does it show up all right? Show up all right?
Eventually.
It's glaring a
It's
lot.
very
Glaring?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, let's
But
see.
so that you have a little bit of a background on it.
Puck You.
We were here, and the first time Puck You came in to watch us,
AKA Dana Adams.
yeah, I seen the name, and I just started I just loved it. And we had William, who is full of spit and vinegar 99% of
Puts
the
out the
time.
twisted critters that we have in our
Yeah.
shop.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So the whole night,
The whole show.
instead of saying "fuck you," it was "fuck you."
Puck You. Puck You.
Fuck you. You know. So it's been a running joke for like a long time.
And he did actually make a twisted critter holding the little blocks that said "Puck You" on them. He actually made one of those. Yeah, he had it at one of the shows we're at.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
So,
So she has no idea like what she started.
yeah. I haven't seen her in a little while.
No,
Hope she's
I
all
haven't
right.
either. Yeah.
But yeah, when we saw that was hilarious. We had to get that. So, like I said at the beginning of the show, if you're just joining us, we did talk about, we had the grand opening of the Other Side. Again, I was going to try to do it again. The Other Side Paranormal and Mortuary Science Museum.
Go through the gates.
Yeah, go through the pearly gates there. Not so pearly, but directly behind us is the new museum, the Paranormal and Mortuary Science Museum. The grand opening went off fantastically. We were so busy. I'm still probably a little bit hoarse from all the tours. I know by the end of the night and then the end of the next day.
Doesn't stop you, does it?
Nope, just keep going.
From talking. Still going. Well, yeah, I was telling people, the tour is about 15 to 20 minutes. No, he cannot do it under 25.
It's a half-hour tour, folks. The first one I did, the very first one, because I did no dry run. I'm not a dry run kind of guy. I just like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go.
Like not using instructions to build anything.
Yeah. It's like, screw the instructions.
Yep.
But yeah, the first one was like 45 minutes long. And I
I
out.
had to go in there. I'm like, you have a line out here.
Yeah, I popped out and there's like a line. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? So I said, all right, in my head, what am I going gonna do to shorten this? I think I shortened the next one by 5 minutes. And then it was like, all right, the next one 5 minutes. So I got it down to. You really can't do it without, you know, not doing it justice for less than 30 minutes. You really can't. So if you do come on a busy day, there is going to be a wait, but you got so much to do around here, shopping and snacks, and you got, this is a social district, so you can actually go outside, go down to one of the bars, grab a drink, walk around outside.
So you guys created a really cool space here. It's really neat, and
yeah, it is.
And we're still working.
Yeah, we're still. The idea for the museum is to just keep building out as we get more and more public funds or, donations, whatever we can get the funds from, robbing a bank or whatever. We're just going to keep pushing it, bigger and bigger and bigger. And, that's what we did with our shop. When we started this shop, it was a little 10 by 12 spot right in this corner. Oh, wow. It wasn't even a store. It was a spot. And now we've taken over half the building.
Over here. So just Prudy, clarify, have you bought some of her candles? She says, love the candles. We'll be getting a few over the next few weeks.
Oh, thank you.
Well, if you come to the Goth Day Festival, there will be a table set up, a vending booth.
They're from Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're where were they? We sent them something.
People tell me where they're from, and I always forget. Just names.
Well, nonetheless, if anyone who's hearing this does come, there will be a table and plenty of candles to sample and to buy.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's wonderful that you guys want to support local artists and creators and pick some of those up. They sound wonderful, like you said before. So
I know.
It's
You should
freaking
have
awesome.
brought them. We could have plugged it even more because I could have been smelling them.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, I'm keeping this one.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, I'll actually be back in town tomorrow night, so I'm going to drop some off.
Oh, shit. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, stop. The museum will be open.
Okay, good.
So
yeah,
we'll run you to the museum.
Yeah. Maryland. That's where.
Yeah, I was just seeing that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You can. My guests do this all the time.
Oh, I've just been watching.
Yeah, it is entertaining. I tend to do that too. It's like the camera's over here, man.
But you can comment to them because it helps me out. Because sometimes if I miss them,
yeah,
because I want to ask a question because he won't let me.
I'm just not gonna say nothing the rest of the night.
Lie.
I know that's totally a lie. Totally a lie. Have you guys, being in the goth world that you are, hearse fest?
Yes, I actually have a hearse.
Do you? Awesome. All right.
Oh, and my hearse will be there at the
okay.
event.
Well, we'll see you there because we go there every year. It's our favorite show to go to.
I have a number of friends who have been to the hearse. I have not.
Oh, you got to go.
No, I haven't yet, but
I'd love. They moved it out.
Oh, there's William.
Oh, William. Puck you. If you can read that.
There we go.
Puck you, dude.
I don't know if you can see that or not, but whatever.
Yeah, it's not bad.
We were just talking about it, and you or Puck you, Dana Adams, were not here. She found it and thought it was funnier than hell.
I had to get it. It was funny.
But yeah, Hearse Fest is it's one of our favorite shows. You got to go to it. They moved it out to the Fowlerville Fairgrounds, and it just, man, they put on a good show, and it's we love hearses too, and a lot of our.
Yeah, my hearse will actually be at the film festival as well. So people who want to take photos with it, will be parked out front of the theater.
What kind do you got? Tell us about the hearse.
It's a 19. There's actually a really cool story with it too.
There was dead people in it.
Right.
It's a 1986 Cadillac Fleetwood.
Okay.
I bought it many years. This is actually the third one I've owned.
Okay.
I bought this one many years ago. It was prior to 9/11 event, and I bought it from a funeral home in Connecticut who was switching out all of its cars to upgrading them to newer ones. So I drove it back, and I drove it back through Canada because it's quicker to cut through Canada.
Right.
Well, we were getting up to the customs line, and I threw the procession lights on, and they just waved me.
Oh,
that's
oh, that's awesome.
Like, she's got a bed back
yeah,
there.
just let her through.
Nice.
That's the only way to get across the border without worrying about it.
So I'm going to assume that it's black.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Good.
it's all original. It looks just like it did the day it rolled off
Wow.
off the
Nice.
assembly line, and it's my baby. I take very good care
Yeah.
of it.
Well, that, and like she said, that's next on our bucket list. Right now, all of our money has been going into all of this. But I want one like, 60s or something like that. I like
Yeah,
one of them
I
old
had
boxy
the
ones.
very first one I owned, and I wish I would never get rid of, but life is different then.
Yeah.
I had a '69.
Oh, my
and,
God.
that was the car of my dreams, and
Yeah.
I was married at the time to my first husband, and he was in the service, and we got deployed to Korea,
Oh,
and
no. Yeah.
I just I
Yeah.
had to get rid of it. There was nothing I
Oh.
could
Take it
do.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you could have let us borrow it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you
Why
then,
didn't we know you back then?
Let us borrow it.
So, but yeah, I still think about that car all the time, and I hope she's okay wherever she
Right,
is.
Aw.
right.
I know, right?
Maybe you'll see her at Hearstfest.
Yeah.
Right?
It's when is
But
it?
you can feel the heartbreak here.
Yeah.
Well,
September.
William says, Baron quiet, no fucking way. And then says, fuck you too, Pucker.
Fuck you, Pucker. Read that. September. When is Hearstfest?
Oh, you're asking me. I can 16th.
September 16th, Fowlerville. Go there. You got to go there.
I-
You got to promise me. Promise me right now. Pinky swear. Pinky swear.
I've got goth points I need
Okay.
to reclaim here.
We'll come pick your ass up.
There you go. No
Right.
problem. You lay me out in the back.
Right, exactly.
Not a problem.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, good idea.
Where are we at on time
Hi,
here?
Christy. Hi, Martin.
Hey, Christy, Martin. What are we on time?
You're doing good, 7:48.
Oh, okay. So we got a little time here. Let me just, so I don't forget, some of our upcoming shows. What the problem is? It's backwards. That's not even my cheat sheet. That's why I've been screwing up all night.
Turn it around.
This was just,
this is what
see,
happened.
this was just the thing I used because we set up our set
Well, see,
during the day.
The teacher in me is going to come out again. You didn't study.
Exactly. Yeah, I did not study. I wasn't focused. I'm
No.
sorry. I'll do better next time.
With his underwear and his ankles.
But this is a sign we put out because we set up the set during the day, and this is, it can be at times here, busy mall area. And I have to chain it off, and I put the live set for what the Baron and City Night Show and our guests. So that's what's facing us.
Well, that's
That's
what
why
I was wondering. I was like,
yeah.
I don't see no notes. I don't know what.
And I just caught it. That's what's sad.
Oh.
The show's almost over, and I just caught that my notes were like flipped around. So let me do us a favor here.
Oh, look at
There.
there.
Okay.
That actually makes sense.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And look, my name's spelled right.
Yes. Oh, it is. See?
See, we would have had it the right way the first time.
Holy crap.
Oh.
See, again, I need a freaking production manager. I complain about, we had one Saturday. Our son, who was our original production manager when we first started the show a year and a half ago, he was our production manager. Did a great job. Well, he was, 18, 19 at the time. Very busy young man. Very busy. He can't help out mom and dad's show. So we lost him.
Doing
But
this.
yeah.
Mhm.
But we got him back Saturday for
Yeah,
our
he kinda
live.
helped us get the,
Yeah. So he did a good job. So,
because I had it all different.
yeah. Apparently, I can't afford our own son.
No, right, exactly. Well, William says he has your, or I should not yours, Sewer's new safer weapon finished.
Oh yeah. I think Awaken will be happy to see that this year.
Right, and then Just Fruity says safer for who? And for others. And then
He'll probably still use his sewer. He's one of our people. He works in a haunt. He's very messy, very sloppy, very obnoxious, and he works at Awaken haunted attraction, and he has like real death tools. Scares the shit out of people because he drags them around and like clangs on the ground. But Twisted Critters made him a haunt safe one. So we'll see how Sewer handles that. I don't know if he'll understand.
I
It's
don't
like,
think he'll care. If
wait
it
a
looks
minute.
cool, he'll be like, ooh, new toy.
Yeah, maybe. But thank you anyways, William.
Sewer is a messy horror that spits.
Yes,
Whoa, look at there. There's that goes.
he does spit when he's on the show. When he's on the show, we've got to put. Sometimes we'll do a live audience.
Oh, okay.
And when we had Sewer on the last time, a few weeks ago, the audience is set up all through here. We had to get them all body condoms. That's how messy he is. So they're like plastic sheeting over him. They're cowering under it, and he's
We had a
just
couple
making a
that were
mess.
smart rock goggles.
Yeah, they had goggles. And so he's a handful. So if you ever want him for one of your shows, you know, great sales point there.
Who's the watermelon comic? That's
Oh, yeah.
He passed
Gallagher.
away.
Yeah,
it
Gallagher.
sounded like
Yeah, he
Gallagher.
passed
Okay.
away.
Yeah, he did.
So now Sewer's taking over.
Yeah. So my disclaimer is I don't clean up after him.
It's a mess.
Yeah, I don't know
It's-
if our insurance guy.
Yeah. Well, we took him with us to halfway to
down.
Halloween, but he had to be on a leash, and nobody could give him anything to drink.
There is, if
He was
you're
trying.
ever curious, go to my page under the videos. There's some of them on there, like
Okay,
the
we'll have
halfway
to
to
look at
Halloween
that.
and the
Yeah.
live audience, and then one with William. William got suckered into being on the same show as
Yeah.
Sewer.
Yeah, he didn't help matters much. You know,
No.
he kind of instigated a lot of shit. So,
that's
some
William.
upcoming shows. We got May 28th, one of the original Screencraft girls from our Dark Art Photography studio, which we still have. We just don't necessarily have the Screencraft girls anymore.
He's got it.
Yeah, the very original one.
The very
But
first,
Missy
yeah.
Lynn, the other original, there was like 3 or 4 that were like our primary girls. Missy Lynn is one of those. Super beautiful, hardest girl to freaking photograph because I shoot dark and scary. She's so sweet and pretty, it's hard to make her scary. I've been able to accomplish it once. All the stuff I did of her were beautiful, but that's not what I was going
Yeah,
for.
it wasn't scary.
Yeah. So she'll be on the show May
They'll make some
28th.
beautiful pictures.
Yes. May 28th. Then afterwards, going to do a photo shoot afterwards with
That's gonna
her.
be a long night.
Yeah, it is. Whew. But it's a Sunday. So that's actually a Sunday. So it won't be during the week. That's a
Yes, the
Sunday show.
28th is a
Try,
Sunday.
try shooting her. Think final girl in a slasher film. You know what they look like. They were always pretty and sweet too, but what do they
Yeah.
look like at the end? They're like, you know.
Right. Right. Well, I don't know how I'm going to shoot her
There we
yet.
go.
Huh?
It would get-
No.
Yeah,
Talk,
nothing.
making fun of me again.
No, it
Um,
actually wasn't that time.
June 8th, we have Foire. You ever heard of Foire? You heard of
Guar.
Guar.
Yeah, that's the first I've heard.
Foire. They're a cover band of Guar.
Now, are they local?
Semi-local.
Okay.
Yeah, mid-Michigan area. But the costumes, spot on. So they'll be here in costume. I'm thinking we might do a live audience for that one.
That'll be fun.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
appropriate. So they'll be here June 8th, which is actually a Thursday. So it's been difficult.
Yes, I know. We're messing
Yeah.
everybody up, so you definitely just got to pay attention and watch for our posts because
Yeah.
we're all over the map
Yeah.
right now.
Definitely all over the map
And
with
we'll probably
days
for this,
and
yeah, probably for forever at this point. Well, because every time we get guests, it's I can't do this or I can't do that, so we've got to work with them to get
Yeah.
them in here.
well, and a lot of the guests we're getting on nowadays, they've got busy schedules, tours, things that they got, so we got to work with them, which we're
Yeah.
happy to do.
It's not Guar, William. It's Foire with an F.
Foire.
F-W-A-R.
Come on, William. Get your head out of your ass.
Well, I don't know what he meant. He just says, I want to be there with the Guar cover band.
We'll see. If you're nice.
But it's Guar, not it's Foire.
If you're nice to me, you can be on the show. How's that? I'm going to mess with him. He always messes with me.
Yeah,
Um,
this is my life.
Also, thank you, Awaken Haunted Attraction. They do so much for us. We're promotional
Love you,
partners.
Brian.
They helped us with the facade of our Voodoo's World of Antiques, the haunted or the museum back here. They work with us so much, and Sewer, we've got him in there full time now during the haunt season. So much love to Awaken.
So, Irene Gatlins.
What? Who's?
Oh,
who's
you know who
oh
saying
God,
that.
here he goes.
William says, Baron, I'm not always mean to you. Here, I'll compliment you. You have a very nice forehead.
See, it's always something. It's always something. It's an underhanded compliment.
Yeah,
Where's my hat?
very shiny.
There. Now you can't look at my forehead. So, anything else you guys want to promote or say, or what? Anything else?
Recap for people that come in late.
Probably just the time and day.
Yeah,
World
yeah.
Goth Day proper is actually on the Monday the 22nd, which is why we're having our festival on the 20th. But come out to the historic Howl on Saturday the 20th. Got some good movies, good entertainment, and help us sort of reignite or get our event going again. It's something I think new to the area.
COVID.
Life after COVID. That's right.
And a lot of people are doing that right now that used to do events,
Yeah.
pre-COVID. They were shut down. Now they're just now starting to get it back out. So
And it's
definitely,
almost like starting all over.
yeah, if you guys are out there and you're able to
We
come
like to
out,
think of it as undead rising from the grave.
yeah, yeah.
And this is located where?
The Howell, Michigan, the
Howell,
historic
okay.
Howell. It's
Historic
a beautiful old theater. It's 95 years old. It was
Oh,
running
cool.
before the 1931 Dracula came out. I'm sure they must have played it. But,
Yeah, you would think.
Oh, and even if you don't have time to stay for the movies, the vendor area, there's no charge. Come check out our wonderful vendors. There'll be a lot of neat stuff there.
And it runs from into.
From about 12 to 9. So it's an all-day event.
All day
Oh,
event
see, we
into
can
the
make
evening.
it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could probably make it
You
out
get
there.
you get a day pass. Come in and out as you please. Have fun.
Cool. Sounds wonderful.
I know. And so, and you said you have other things coming up. Did you want to plug anything that you might be doing in the upcoming year?
No, not yet, but we'd like you to have us back.
Yeah. There are some
It's always a
tentative
good time here
possible
on the
plans
show.
for like smaller events to,
Yeah.
but nothing we're ready to announce yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, when you
I
got
know
something,
where we are.
Yep.
Okay.
when you got something planned and you need it out there, or you just want to come on over and say hi, or if you want to be in the audience on one of the shows, give us a holler.
We'd like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I want to see this, and I'm going to shop here more too.
Yes, absolutely got to go through the museum. The shop, we're here 6 days a week, so that's always open. It runs us ragged, but by God, we do it for the public. Yes. So thanks everybody for coming on the show. We appreciate everybody. I already talked about some of the shows that are coming up, so I don't have to do that again. So we'll say au revoir.
We're not missing anything.
I don't think so.
No.
I'm just
Thank
going
you
to sit
for
here and be
having
quiet
us.
now.
Thank you.
Excellent, right.
A word of silence from
Word
me
of silence.
as we
Oh,
close.
that was
Oh,
not the
no,
right
she
way.
ain't going to do it.
See where I don't know where I'm going. This is what happens. Oh, what William says, oh, thank Odin, you covered your inflated melon. Night, Just Prudy, and as always, keep it real. I don't know if I can figure out.